Hi class, welcome to cardiac circulation. So let's talk about how the heart works. Everybody's favorite subject. Can be really challenging, so you gotta really pay attention, okay? First, the circulation, inferior vena cava, right? Gets returned back to the inferior vena cava. So you gotta understand it goes from the right atrium to the right ventricle. So first, in between here, it's got to go through the tricuspid valve. Then it goes to the right ventricle. From there, the right ventricles, you go through the pulmonic valve into the pulmonary circulation. Pulmonic valve, you know what? Pulmonary circulation valve, like artery, and then you've got to go to the lungs. You got to exchange oxygen and CO2. Then it gets returned back, right? I know, to the pulmonary veins, which is, you know, a contraindicated. You normally think, okay, arteries would carry blood, you know, to the rest of the body, and veins are supposed to return them. But the veins are going to actually return the oxygenated blood. So understand that, you know, you're returning nutrients now back into the left atrium to the mitral valve, to the left ventricle, through the aortic valve, and then to the aorta. Then you go to the rest of the body. Okay, you have to understand the circulation. Why is this crucial to your understanding of other cardiopulmonary diseases? Is because depending on where the problem is, so I want you to just think about this theoretically for a second, right? If for some reason, let's say you have a problem with one of these two valves, okay? Either the tricuspid valve, the mitral valve, or maybe the pulmonic valve or the aortic valve, right? If for some reason it doesn't open or doesn't close, you're going to have your circulation either backing up, or you know what, or you're losing cardiac output because you're not moving it forward. So remember, the circulation continues on and on and on, and at any point in time, they're happening simultaneously. Like for example, you know what, when the mitral valve, like remember when you hear about like systole and diastole, right? When you listen to your numbers, that actually equates to something. So in systole, your aortic and your pulmonic valves are opening because you're ejecting blood to the rest of the body, right? And in diastole, your mitral, so wait, hold on a second. They are opening in the mitral and the tricuspid valve are closed, okay? Because you remember, when one set opens, the other one closes. But this is when you're ejecting blood through the rest of the body, okay? So they're happening simultaneously. And then in diastole, okay, it's filling, right? That makes sense. You're filling the coronary arteries. You need to be able to oxygenate blood so you can circulate again. So this circulation continues over and over and over again. So again, remember, if at any point in time, let's say somebody falls into like a heart failure, right? Which that depends on which side. If you are starting to have a heart failure, you got to understand, is your circulation moving forward or not moving back, or moving backwards, okay? If it's not moving backward, it's either still or it's being backflowed, okay? And this is where you start to see other clinical manifestations, you know, like an engorged liver, distended veins, like edema, or like swelling in the legs, and or like, you know what, depending on what defect you have, the person you can have shunting of blood. They can be you know, cyanotic in certain places, and so this is central to your understanding. Thank you.